Welcome to our show. It's Vincent Wong, founder of Solution Wheels and founder and editor-in-chief of Harbor Times, Andrew Webb.
Hey, good to see you, Vincent, on a wet Monday morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Rainy.
Rainy. I'll tell you, the rain did not dampen the spirits of protesters last night.
I don't understand. I mean, you are the editor-in-chief of...
Harbor Times.
Yeah, why do you bring the Standard this morning?
It's just funny. The big headline story today, of course, is the flight attendant and supporters protest at the airport.
So you would expect the Standard would have this in the first
story. A lot of people think
it's a cover ad. We do not receive money from
which is fine. The Standard does ads in the front page.
That's
fine. And here we go. Big airplane story, big airline story.
Rebranded to Fly Higher, and it's about Dragonair rebranded into Cathay Dragon. You might already know that. And then
first news story.
Continue to page 4. It's a 2-page story. I look around. There's no advertorial
corporate puffery. A little corporate puffery that this is a standard. This is kind of the standard thing.
Yeah, but it's not. It should not be a paid advertorial. I believe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what they claim.
Because they do not have a bracket or something
that says sponsor.
And then
whatever. And then finally, after 2 pages of
you have the cabin crew
finally
in rowdy security protest.
Yeah. No, the funny, I'm sure that.
So what's your take on that one?
I'm sure they planned the corporate puff piece weeks ago, and they just stuck it in there, and nobody had the wherewithal to say, oh, do you think maybe we shouldn't have our corporate puff piece on the Hong Kong's home airline on the same day where the headline story in every newspaper is the flight attendants protesting about security measures at the airport? I mean, it's such a lack of judgment.
Anyhow, I think so. But can I pitch you another view?
Sure.
Maybe it's the best day.
You think they did that on purpose?
No, not on purpose. But maybe it's the best day.
Yeah, for the rest of us.
Yeah, because because they can somehow justify, it can neutralize the negative PR of this.
Well, if that's the job of a newspaper.
No, not the newspaper. But I mean, they might be glad. I mean, the PR in Cathay Pacific might be glad.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, but it's usually when you're dealing, especially with advertisers, they hate it if you they have a nice ad, and then there's a story about something horrible that they wish wasn't in the news, and they usually flip out. But anyways, I just thought it was too funny. I suspect it's mostly everybody was asleep at the switch, and nobody
negligence
thought about just lazy, careless. Anyhow, let's talk about the protest itself. So the initial things I saw was 1,000 people, and then it was 1,500, and then it was 2,000, and now this story, 2,500. I don't know, by noon today it could be 10,000, but it was a lot of people that were out at the airport protesting yesterday.
The police say it's 1,000?
I've heard everything. I've seen different news reports.
Yeah, police say it's 1,000.
Yeah.
The police figure, but there are figures around the range of 5,000.
Yeah.
According
5,
to the organizers.
We just see 5,000.
Yeah.
Wow, that's even
the
double what I've
organizers
seen.
says 5,000. Some. Well, figures are not. Figures are important. But it's a photo story, right?
Yeah, of course, and the photos are brilliant.
It's a photo story.
Yeah,
it's a photo story. I mean, you can find the Wadu thing and try to count the number of people, but doesn't matter, right?
Check out the Harbor Time Twitter feed. You'll see it took over the whole lower departure area. It was a big deal. Eventually, the call went out to the anti-protesters, and a handful of them showed up, and there were some nasty exchanges. I got some people who were there, sent me video. But I think it's interesting because
okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it was interesting because, we were talking about this a little bit in the run-up to it, and of course, the flight attendants, as I understand it, I'm looking here for the name of the particular flight attendant, but I believe they're part of the CTU, Confederation of Trade Unions.
Yes, Lee Chuk-yan.
Yes, Lee Chuk-yan, the anti-government force.
Well. Okay, my now.
So, yeah.
My stream of journalism is called solution-based journalism or solutions journalism. My question is, does this protest affect the operation of the airport?
They claim it does. People were painting some grim scenarios, like the bag could have been tampered with and blown up all of Hong Kong or some such. Actually, but there were claims that it could have been a bag that blew up an airplane or in the airport.
No. That's one way. I mean, there will be some sort of expected delay in everything, right?
Yeah.
But they didn't really cause a halt to the airport, right? It's
Right.
It's not really like the Thailand situation many years ago.
Yeah.
Where they have to close down the airport because there are too many people, right?
Oh, I've been in an airport where they cleared out the entire international section and canceled. They delayed every flight. We were delayed by 8 hours because somebody brought a bottle of water through. And they literally, it's the Vancouver International Airport, they literally shut down the airport.
But that doesn't really
We were on the plane.
That didn't really happen yesterday, right?
No.
That didn't really happen yesterday.
Oh, you mean it didn't happen the baggage?
The close down of any
shut
sections of airport because of that.
Not that I've heard of. Yeah.
And my take is, actually they should.
They should.
They should close down the section where there are like more than 200 people in an area.
It would have been the entire departure area.
Yeah, but I think they should try to group them into an area because the airport does not have a so-called protest area.
Yeah.
They've never done this, or they have never
of course
encountered
not.
this before. So I would rather they close off a certain section for easier management.
Yeah.
I think that's a better solution on this one. Because yesterday, if you keep on growing and growing and growing, eventually, if they have to force to close down the departure section, then there will be a big problem.
Yeah, it would have been a big problem.
Unless I'm saying that unless the airport authority wants this happen, wants to portray a picture that we were forced to close down the departure section. But they don't bother. I mean, don't bother.
No.
They don't dare. They won't dare.
Because
they won't dare.
Shutting down the airport is a big deal.
I know.
If you remember during Occupy, there were concerns or threats that the Occupy Central could extend to the airport.
And this is a delay action of that.
Yeah.
So I think the airport authority is not doing a good job in this area at this time.
Yeah.
I mean, they should try to confine the protesters in certain area.
I don't know if the protesters would necessarily cooperate with that. It could have escalated way out of control.
Agree, but they should. They should. I think they should. They should at least try. I didn't see they try. You see, that's the problem.
Well, to their credit, they didn't have to shut down the airport.
Yeah.
Which was something
they didn't have to shut down the airport, but definitely the departure area is.
I'll tell you, they should have done it in Terminal 2. Nobody would have even noticed. It's dead over there all the time.
I mean, they won't do it. But I think the problem with the protest yesterday, I think, is way blow off proportion. There are way too many people to go there.
Yeah.
I mean, and then...
Well, there were the flight attendants, and then, of course, and their supporters, which is like every anti-government person that could get themselves out to the airport.
And the political parties.
But that being said, I mean, the workers have a valid concern because when the hammer falls on this, it's going to be the staff who are blamed for it turns out you shouldn't have done that, and you're fired.
I wrote 2 articles on that already. And at the end of the day, we, in our Chinese channel, we said, after all, taking care of your luggage is the primary responsibility of the passenger,
right?
Not the crew,
right?
And at the end of the day, if you goes down to the fundamentals of the whole news story, I mean, regardless of whether this is CY's land daughters or not, I mean, a passenger left a luggage, and then a cabin crew help her to get it back. Yeah, right. That's the basic of the story, and the first thing you do when someone help you,
and security let it through.
Yeah, I know. But
that's the important part.
Yeah, I know. But I even take out that part. I even take out that part. You left your baggage, someone get it back to you. What should you say? You say thank you.
Oh yeah, you've made this point before.
Yeah, you say thank you.
Yeah, but I think even if she did, I think the concern is that the staff are being put in this position where they have to make a decision that violates.
I mean, speaking of bad PR, I mean.
Oh, terrible! Terrible.
The government.
Yeah.
It's way worse. I mean, this is not the 3rd day of the 4th day of this story.
Yeah, it's been going on and on and on.
It's been going on and on and
on. And it could escalate.
Yeah, and they have, and before this, they have many days to try to settle this.
Yeah.
And they didn't do it. And they didn't do anything to try to mitigate this.
Yeah.
So my solution is somehow they just want to. They expect this to die down.
The government side.
I don't think it will die down easily.
The government, including the Chief Executive's Office and the Civil Aviation Department.
Yeah, I don't think it will die down easily.
No.
It can easily become another electoral oral questions or even a motion debate. which will,
it's already made its way into committees.
Which will continue to. Yeah, I know it is in the panel. The
in
panel
an election year.
Yeah, the panel is easy, right?
Yeah.
But if it is something that will bring into illogical questions, people will continue to remember this, and small things like this always blow out of proportion.
Yeah.
I mean, in politics, everything is like this.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, handle it properly.
So your solution, apology.
Apology, at least. Come up with a new guidelines immediately.
Yeah, agreed.
That protect the cabin crew. I mean,
or don't put them in the position of having to make a decision like this.
Yeah, I mean, I have sympathy for the cabin crew. Although people keep criticizing them of why do you need to organize such protests or something like that, but they have the right to organize protests, right? Whether they should do it like this or that's an execution problem. Yeah, that's not a.
So solutions: apology, clear guidelines.
Yeah.
I think if they could get the IATA to sign off on their new guidelines, that'd be a big boost. The International Aviation Transport Authority, right? The global.
Well, they are not violating the IATA. What they claim they are not reviewing the IATA. But
if they could get IATA to say so, that would be a bonus.
Better yet, I think they can try to arrange a special investigation by the IATA.
I don't know if IATA wants to get dragged into that, but they could ask.
Yeah, they can ask.
Yeah.
At least they can say, we have asked, and we are awaiting IATA response. I mean, knowing that they won't be dragged into it, it may be a good PR stunt, actually. You know, good political PR recommend things that either way should turn out positive, right?
Yeah, if I should ask my friends in the aviation business.
Yeah, if IATA responds quickly, good. Then the things will be settled much faster.
Sure.
If IATA say we'll figure it out and try to see if we will do that, then it is good too.
Yeah.
I mean, from a management point of view, they obviously don't want the IATA to smell around and look for things. But I mean, this is a big protest. This is after a big protest. You have to have bigger gesture. To calm the crowd. Let's say the crowd in general. So I have these two solutions. Ask the IATA to come up with a new guidelines.
And an apology. That's your thing.
Some people, at least, I mean, if CY Leung is not going to apologize, some senior government officials must apologize.
It's got to come from him and the daughter.
Or at least her daughter.
Yeah.
Or at least her daughter.
And I think we should specify, this isn't like crazy CY Leung daughter. This is the one that we haven't heard from before.
Okay. I would even retract your comments on the crazy CY Leung daughter. This is the youngest.
The youngest, yes. The one that has not been so high public profile. Let me rephrase it like that.
In the past. Yes. Now it is high profile. Well, it's a long episode. It's a complicated issue. It's a more complicated issues than the real big problems, you see. It's grown up to be much bigger. Well, with that, I have to thank for the good work of finding interesting news stories.
Yes, of course.
In the newspaper.
Yeah.
Good work, Andrew.
All right, and I'm always happy to hear your great solutions, Vincent.
See you next time.
All right.